we'll start at this point. Any ideas how we could set this one out? So, yeah,
You might the few times.
do the grid still, yeah.
So x plus 2, you want to put dx first, and you want to put it on your
So I'm gonna put X.
plus 2.
Now, are you happy if I do it like that?
I don't really mind because dx I know is the tiny square and then the 2 is the rectangle. Or no, sorry, dx is the rectangle and then the 2s are just two small squares.
Yeah. And they're two positives. I didn't do that, instead of doing it like that, I left it because I actually want it to be positive 2, like the yellow square. We didn't do much on the negatives for that to where we're going. So I'm going to put plus, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to draw a dotted line to separate it. Next bit.
The next bit you want to put x at the top, and you want to put plus 3.
Plus 3. So that leaves me with 4 possible regions that I've got to sort out. So like we were just saying, we've got to do x times the x. And remember, on the computer, that was like having a bar and another bar, right? So that would be an x and that would be an x. So going in there would be, so x times x is x squared. And you're right, Luke, this would then be 1, 2, 3, the plus 3. So that would then be 1, 2, 3. So we'd actually just have plus 3x. And the same down here. So plus 2 times x would be plus 2x, which is what you said. So that'd be like having 1 and 2, and then we'd have 1 bar, 2. Now hopefully you don't feel the need to draw this out, because we've kind of done that bit. Explain that. So what goes in here? Well, it would be 2 lots of 3. 2 times 3 makes 6. Positive 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see how that would be.
Question.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant by you're trying to get us away from doing this?
Yes. So we don't need to. At the moment, if you feel more comfortable doing it, that's absolutely fine. But, just for speeding things up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out all of these. Something how to do, you just kind of did it in your brain, like by counting. But I'm going to write this now as we've got x squared plus 3x plus 2x, finally plus 6. So I've just written all 4 pieces. But we can simplify it. And what I mean by that is some things can just be written in one go rather than 2 separate things. Eden, you're nodding your head. You already spotted it? What is it?
X squared.
Not quite, you've just skipped it. It's x squared plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Plus 5x plus 6. So basically we've taken those, and just like you would have done here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just count them up. Well, in this one, look, we just, because they're the same things, they're called like terms, and they look the same in the bars. So we've got x squared plus 5x. So that is the same thing, just in a different form as x plus 2 times x plus 3. Okay? There's Sammy, good. because you've got x times 3 multiplied by 3, so 3 lots of x is 3x. Okay? So I get it because it looks like, well, x times 3 and this one is 2 times x, but remember, multiplication can be done either way around. So this is, we have 3 x's like this that you can visually see it when it's on, and then this one is 2 x's. How do you feel about that? So I'll give you another one to do. Practice. So practice one, let's do x plus 5 and x plus 1. So d against. Have a go at that one yourself. And then do it together afterwards. By the way, this 3-line thing doesn't matter if you're two equal, like 1 equals. The 2 lines rather than 3 lines.
Or I had something.
Pardon?
I thought I had something to do with the.
Well, do you remember I said this is like the correct way of saying this, these two are exactly the same thing, just a different form.
Yeah.
Whereas other times we say, well, this one is equal in value, but not exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So there is a difference, but it doesn't really the level we're working at. But you may see it in the textbook, or rather, I'll give you, I just wanted you to know what it meant. So let's just do this first one before you go into the harder one. So I've seen in your book you're doing it. So we're multiplying, and we've got x plus 5, and we've got x plus 1. We separate that out, make it easier. X times x is x squared. 1x is 1x. Now, the only difference I would say is I am not 1. Because plus x and plus 1x means the same thing. And then this one is 5x's, so plus 5x's, and then we've got 5 times 1 is 5. And now this is the bit you've kind of all done, which is we've got collect them, write them down. We've got x squared plus an x plus another 5x's plus 5. And then when we collect all that together, we end up with these two, the same thing, like lots of green bars everywhere. So you end up with x squared plus 6x plus 1. Right. Now, next one. Why have I said this one is slightly harder than the previous one?
Because it has subtraction.
And the subtraction. So I'll let you have a go first, but bear that in mind that that is subtract 2, not add 2. We'll see what you come up with. You are right in that what I probably would say with a question like this would be expand and simplify. So like you say, that's the expanded form. And then that is the simplified. We've got x squared, then I see it's good. X times negative 2 is subtract 2x, like you've got. Positive 4 is plus 4x. And then finally, plus 4 multiplied by negative 2 is negative 8. Okay? If we then write that out, we've got x squared. I'm going to do plus 4x minus 2x, and then it's minus 8. Written out. And these two, we add 4x, but then we have subtract 2x, what do we end up with? Positive 4, subtract 2,
Positive 2.
so positive 2x's, subtract 8, and that's your final answer. Okay? And before I point either way of the computer program, I'm doing one more one. It's actually maybe slightly easier now. If I give you another example of -2, so there's only single brackets this time, but I'm going to do 3x minus 4. So this time back to the previous ones that we did at the beginning, where we don't have two sets of brackets, but they're negative numbers. So I will go back to this just to remind you, we're looking at ones like these, yeah, where it's like that, but this time we've got negatives. So have a go, one final one for our notes. So it's interesting when we go back to it, you kind of, people try and then do they were doing the last one. Now I'm going to show you this just because one of you has done it. Show it both ways, just so it's not a problem. A lot of you did. If we multiply, we put -2 there, and 3x minus 4. There it is. -2 times 3x is -6 there. -2 times -4 is +8. So we've then got -6x plus 8 is your answer. Just to show you this way around, because that's the end of this way. It's not there.
It doesn't matter if it's like.
So if we do that, look, -2 times 3x is still -6x, and this is still +8, and we still get the -6x plus 8. No problems. So you don't have to do it. Expanding brackets. All right, so I said to you, on Teams, did I not click send? That's yeah. So open this one, all right, and what we've got, look, you'll notice that I take you straight to level 3, and level 3 is the first kind of basic ones with only one set of brackets. I'm going to say to you, you can work level 3, level 4 you can see, got negatives, level 5, still only one set of brackets, but we've got variables inside and outside. Level 6 is double sets of brackets. I think level 7 is double sets of brackets, but harder. Okay? Don't think we won't go past that yet. So you've got level 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 that you can work on. I suggest you have a bit of practice. Now, what I would like you to do, right? Because what you can do, for instance, you go in here. Can you tell me what the answer is, anyone? Just without even writing anything down. 5a plus 4. Okay, I can put that in. I can click check, and I can go. Okay. So 5a plus 20. Yeah. Now, here's the deal. The computer will check your answers, so you know if you're right or wrong straight away. That's great. But one thing is we don't look past our notes. So every time you do a question, when you know you've got the correct answer, I want it written in your book. So you've still got notes in your textbook. It's just like doing an exercise in the book, but it's self-marked. Now again, if you can do it without having to write any of the boxes out at all, great. But if you still need to go, I don't know how to do that without drawing it out first in my notes, do that. Yeah? Whatever stage you want to be at is absolutely fine by me. There's no rush. hopefully we can get by the end of the week, we'll get through all of it. Yeah?